And welcome. This is Tara Sullivan, Sully Stitches. If you reach me today, this is a floss tube about my cross stitch. This is floss tube number 27, and today is Saturday, October the 11th. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's enjoying fall. It's definitely one of my favorite times of the year. Let's see what's been happening since I last talked to you guys. I think I talked to you guys about a month ago, give or take a little bit. It's always, of course, busy like everyone, but everything's been going well. I took a week off 2 weeks ago, which I just did a stay-at-home vacation for the week. Took 5 days off, and I did a bunch of just things around the house that I kind of needed to get to, clean out closets and cabinets and things that just take a lot of time. And you never seem to have the time when you only get a couple of days off a week. So kind of did all that. I did take one day to have just a nice stitching day, which was a lot of fun. Enjoyed that. Pretty much just watch some TV and stitch most of the day. So I love days like that. I think we all do. But if we're a stitcher, did that. We did a kind of a family dinner with my brother's family. We hadn't seen them in a while. They're real busy. They're both in high school now, and his kids are both in high school. My brother's not in high school. He's older than me. But both their kids are in high school. So, and the oldest daughter works, and she's trying to get ready to go to college, and, going through all those processes and trying to pick a college. And so, my nephew, he plays soccer. He's a goalie, so he's always traveling. And so it's just been really crazy. So we got to catch up with them, which is always a lot of fun. We did a big family dinner here. And then I kind of got ready for Halloween. I did all my decorating for Halloween. I do a lot of Halloween decoration. I will probably insert a video at the end of this of kind of my house decorations. Believe me, it's what I like. It's nothing. Home and Gardens is not going to come and shoot my house. Let's put it that way. But it's things that I enjoy. I like to put my cross stitch, tuck them into different displays and things. I have a lot of Halloween decorations. When I moved to my new house, my mother, she stays with me a good bit. And I inherited a lot of her Halloween decorations as well. So we kind of decorate here. We have trick-or-treaters here. She still owns and has her old house, but we kind of do all the celebrating here. So, we put up everything. So not sure I'll do that forever, but for now it's fun, and we kind of do that together and enjoy it. So I kind of walk you through that. Again, it's not, I'm definitely not saying that I'm the best decorator in town, but I have fun with it. I enjoy it, and we have a lot of trick-or-treaters here, so it's fun. It's fun in my neighborhood to have Halloween. Let's see, what else has been happening. I think that really is a majority of it. I got some stuff to talk to you about today. I don't have a ton, so we'll get through. I have no new frame pieces and no new finishes, but I do have some stitching and some things of that nature. And I have taken a few pieces to the framer, so I will be getting those back soon, shortly. I am going to go over what I finished for Spooky Summer, and then talk about some kind of plans and some things that I'm hoping to do or participate in over the next couple of months. So we'll jump right into it. So what have I been doing? It's always a question, isn't it? It's a question for all of us, I think. Let's see. So since I last saw you guys, I didn't put them in order. My planner's all the way over there, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I did have a couple starts. Okay, so I did finish with Thy Needle and Thread, Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. You guys kind of saw a lot of progress on this one that I showed you. This is a With Thy Needle and Thread, Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. This is at the framer. Oh, right now. So I have taken this, so I hope to be getting that back soon. I did get my Halloween nails done, so I do kind of always show those so you can see. I never know where the camera is, but they're kind of retro, like 90s retro Halloween. And then the thumb is a moon. And then this hand's a little different. There's a, reminds me of, a friend told me this one reminds her, this one reminds her of the Teresa Kogut cats that a lot of people have been stitching. Some pumpkins and again, then another moon. So, I show those. I love getting my nails done, but I love getting my Halloween nails. It's always so much fun to see what my nail artist comes up with. She does hand paint everything. These are not stickers. She hand paints everything on my nails, so she does such a great job. If you want to follow her on Instagram, you can. It's EMS Nails _. So EMS Nails _ to follow her on Instagram. She does post. So if you're a girl, you like to go get your nails done, or you have a really good nail artist, she's someone good to follow so you can get kind of inspiration or ideas for them, or just to see some really cute nails. So I did finish Thankful, Grateful, Bless, and then I did finish as well Halloween delivery. So this is, I've been working on these. This is a with 9 needle and thread. I did not make this for spooky summer, unfortunately. I ran out of time, but this is a with 9 needle and thread Halloween delivery. How cute is it? So I think I have like 2 more in that book. I'm just taking my time with them. Doesn't really matter one way or the other. But so this is the Halloween delivery book. I think Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee book. It's actually what it's called. A lot of you guys have seen this. This is a with 9 needle and thread Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. This was the one. I'm going to leave the purple out of them. I still got the witch to do. And if I decide to do it, the 2 cats with the boo. But I will show you the ones I have finished of that one when we get to my spooky summer kind of recap. So I have that. And then I did have a couple new starts. So I kind of discussed this in my last video. And if you follow me on Instagram, which I am Sully Stitches, I think _ on Instagram, you did see this. So for my half birthday, which was October 6th, I started Merry Autumn Pin Keep by Stacey Nash Designs. I had this one fully kitted, so I figured why not. I did not use the broom grass, however. I decided to change the fabric. Sorry, my threads are a mess, as always. I'm not good on threads, but that's the colors. And I didn't get very much. I'm just kind of working on this as my like lunch small. So a lot of you guys know, I've mentioned it before. What I do is I kind of will have like a lunch small that I focus on. And then I'll work on it when I just need a small or have just a little bit of time to stitch. So sorry for the hanging thread. I'll cover it up. I don't know why that bothers people so much, but oh well. This is a Merry Autumn Pin Keep. This is all I've gotten done so far. So I did change the linen to Needle and Flax Orphan linen that I had. I decided to do it on that. I didn't love you can barely see them in the windows, but the color of the pumpkin was pretty ghosty, so I did change it to a whiter white to look more like the picture. I kind of debated, is it too white, but I think it's going to be fine once I get more in there, but looks really cute. This is with Stacey Nash Merry Autumn Pin Keep using the call for colors. So you get that one put up. I try to pick up as I go, because if not, then I have threads and stuff everywhere and I have no clue where they go. So bear with me. This is in my really cute, Jess does this mini size bag, Como Stitches. She does a Patreon for $5 a month, and then she has bag sales every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern that you can buy, but this is her mini size. So have that. And then I did start, and a lot of people are waiting on this kit. It is coming. It's from a group, the Homespun Needlework group on Facebook. They do an exclusive, and I, jumped right on it, got my kit pretty soon. I was lucky. Got the kit, and I started it pretty much right away. I have not been able to really put it down. So this is in my, this is a Como Stitches. This is her medium bag as well. This is a Scarecrow line that was from Teresa Kogut. I want to say last year. I think it was last year. Love this line. It's so cute. But I don't know that I have a full... Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. So this was a full kit that you could purchase. It is no longer on sale. It's a limited time that they do these. So this is Scarecrow Lane from Teresa Kogut. She was the exclusive designer this time. And they sent you the full kit. So you could pick 36, 40, 18, 16 different counts. And get, what you wanted for your linen. It was all on Needle and Flax Hawthorn was the color, but there was different sizes. And then there was only I think there was only the Weeks and DMC kind of threads. Which I have, again, in a mess right here. Yeah, I'm going to learn one day to make those pretty. Probably not. They're only pretty when I start the project, probably. So that's really cute. I'll show you my progress on that one. Like I said, that's been pretty much my focus piece. I have not been able to kind of unfocus off of it. It's been so much fun. So, but I know they're still actively shipping out kits, and everyone who ordered will receive a kit. But this is my progress on Scarecrow Lane, which was, again, a Homespun exclusive for at least a year, which is a group on Facebook by Teresa Kogut. So, again, this is my progress on Scarecrow Lane. I think it's looking great. I love that row of scarecrows. They're so adorable. So I've got the rest of this line. There's two other kind of separation lines, and then there's birds at the bottom, and then I got the rest of the border. I'm proud of myself though for doing that much of the border, because usually I'm kind of a person who leaves the border to the end. Then I'm complaining the whole time, so I'd like to pick it back up. I think I could probably finish it. We'll see. Maybe next week if I stay focused on it. So, Scarecrow Lane by Teresa Kogut. That is not out unless you ordered it from the Homespun group. So you should be able to be getting that soon. It'll take a while though. They had a good number of orders, but it is coming. And then the other thing that I've been not actively working on, but I do have it and I did start it, and it's a fun one. So this one is With That Needle and Thread, Holiday Inn by Brenda Gervais. I've had this one kitted for quite a while, and Java Girl Stitches and a Route 61 on Instagram and on Floss Tube. They did a sow of which will you stitch. I think it started October 1st, September 1st. I can't remember. But So I just picked one of the witches charts that I had kind of kitted and decided that would be fun and I would start it. These are the colors. Really pretty. And then I don't have very much progress, but hey, start. This is done on 36 count vintage meadow rue by Lakeside. And this is my progress. I will get back to it. I do love this one. And I don't think it'll take long once I do focus on it. But that's kind of my progress. So that's everything that I've been kind of actively working on right now. I did a lot of fall and Halloween during spooky summer. So I have a couple I'd like to finish up, but we'll see if I go all the way through November. I am going to start one Christmas piece. I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's been kind of, fun getting all this fall and Halloween stuff kind of fully done. And I'll kind of go through that spooky summer next. So let me get a little cleaned up and then I'll be back. I've talked about it a couple times, but you guys are aware of it. But I did spooky summer this year. So I had texted some friends. Again, I've told the story, but I texted some friends. I was like, hey, you guys want to stitch some Halloween this summer? And my friend Carol Kogut was like, why don't you name it Spooky Summer? So that kind of started. So I can't take credit for the name. That was all Carol Kogut. So thank you, Carol. I think I've thanked you a couple times, but I thought it was a lot of fun. A lot of people joined me. A lot of people stitched on. I said Halloween or fall. It can be a whip. It can be a new start. Whatever you want to do, but just work on something during that time, which was June 20th through September 22nd. So I thought, it's really interesting if you, say, have a theme and you really want to, maybe so I did not have a lot of Halloween smalls. I have a lot of Halloween framed pieces, and I'll show you guys that when I do my walkthrough. So I have a ton of Halloween framed pieces, but I don't have a lot of Halloween smalls. So I thought, well, maybe if I focus on some fall and some Halloween smalls, I'll be able to get some things done. So, just wanted to challenge myself to see what I could accomplish. So during that time, put my hands down so I'll stop waving them around like a crazy person. During that time, I did finish 15 projects. Some I have gotten fully finished. Some are at the fully finisher or the framer, but I'll show you kind of what I have. Some are downstairs in my Halloween displays and decor. So I did not bring those upstairs. I'll make sure I try to insert pictures of those. I'm going to take the time to learn how to do that. Can't be that hard, I don't think. But I'll kind of show those. And a lot of you guys have seen them, or I've shown them in the past. But I did kind of want to recap what I got done with Spooky Summer. And again, thank everyone who joined me. It was a hashtag on Instagram, hashtag Spooky Summer, all one word. But you guys made it a lot of fun. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. So, I love Halloween stitching and fall stitching anyway, so the fact that I could see so many projects, it just is very inspiring. So, so what I finished. So let me look at my notes, because you guys know I can't remember anything. So first off, the first thing I did for Spooky Summer, the first finish I had for Spooky Summer, might have not been the first thing I started, but was Little Robin Design Slightly Spooky Boo. So I did these on 40 count Endura with the called for threads, which is needle and flax Endura with the called for threads. Mine's much more moody because it has that variegation in it. I will have a picture of this, of all three. I have them in a Halloween display downstairs. But so I finished which was this one, which was Boo first. So Slightly Spooky Boo. Then I went to With Thy Needle and Thread piece that I've had kitted for a long time. It's Gardner Goodwitch. I did this one on 40 count Lakeside Exemplar. I will insert a picture of this one as well. It's in my Halloween display too. Okay. Next, I went to Celebrate Harvest, which was another With Thy Needle and Thread. This was in the Mayflower Coming to America kit for Needle and Thread when it first came out, and I think she has now released this separately. But it's Celebrate Harvest by With Thy Needle and Thread, and I did this on 40 count Hemingway. And I had it fully finished, and this is what the full finish looks like. So cute. It's got ruched ribbing, and then this is the back. And then I mentioned this before. She made these pins. You can remove them. Thought that was really cool. So that's that one. Okay. Try to stay in order. And then I did Slightly Spooky again. I finished Eek. Okay. And then I moved on to Hilda's Alphabet Brew, one of my favorites that I finished. This is Hilda's Alphabet Brew, and I did this on Danes of the Needle cow fodder. And this is my finish of this one. My fully finish. I used the called for threads. I never really say that, guys, and I'm sorry for that. I do try to give the count. But I'm always 36 or 40. And even like picture this plus 32. I'm a one thread stitcher. So I do one thread over two. I stitch in hand. I poke and stab in hand. I have no secret tricks. I just stitch a lot. I think people always think I have some kind of secret. I told somebody the other day, I was like, man, if I had a secret, I would be charging a lot to tell you guys how to stitch faster. But there is no secret. I put my phone down and I stitch. I mean, that's really the secret. Your phone just... I know my phone takes away so much time. But I put on a good show and I focus in on my stitching. So this is 40 count cow fodder from Danes in the Needle. This is Hilda's Alphabet Brew. She did the pocket in the front and then a pocket in the back. It's kind of, I get these finished by Faye Rigsby. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see, what else do I got? Where the Bittersweet Blooms. This is another With Thy Needle and Thread. I have this one fully finished. I'll try to insert a picture if I have one. I did send this to another finisher and don't have it back yet, so which is fine. I'm never in a rush, but I do have this one out, I believe, to another finisher. So, okay. And then I did Scarlet House Autumn Garden. I believe you can only get this one from the Silver Needle in Tulsa. I believe. That's where I got it from. It was like an exclusive she did, and then they re-released it. And I got it when it got re-released because I've always loved it. So I did this one, Autumn Garden, on 40 count Hawthorne, which is what I'm currently stitching that Scarecrow Lane on. So if you got something fall or autumnal, think about getting Hawthorne from Needle and Flax. It is absolutely gorgeous with those colors. It's probably gorgeous with everything, but definitely with these colors as well. So this is the Scarlet House Autumn Garden. I need to slow down. Sorry, guys, I'm talking too fast. So there is the rickrack, and there's the pillow finish in the back. And she did the two colors of fabric. She does charm. And then it's just so cute. Okay. Let's see what else I got now. So I did With Thy Needle and Thread. So those are kind of what I did, I think, in June and July. And then in August, I had a whip. Barbara Anna 3 Witches. No, I'm sorry, I lied. Next was With Thy Needle and Thread, Spirits and Spells. And I did this one on 40 count XJU Beige Gray. And I have this one in my Halloween display downstairs, so I'll insert a picture somewhere in this. I don't even know how to insert pictures yet, but it's going to be somewhere. So Spirits and Spells I did finish this in A lot of people always ask me. So I do these frames from it's on Etsy. It's signed and numbered, all one word, signed and numbered. And I put that in my show notes below. But it's a square frame that has an oval opening, and they have a square frame that has a round opening, and I think they even have a square frame with a heart opening. But I put her in the square frame with the oval opening. So, okay. And then I had a whip, Barbara Anna, Three Witches. I love this. I had started this on January 1st with Carol Crago and Yvette Gonzalez. Carol Crago on Instagram and Yvette Go on Instagram. And I did mine on 40 count needle and flax Eastwick. And I'll put a picture in as well of this finish, because I have gotten that one fully finished. So next one was a Scarlet House on Coverlet Court. I don't know that this is really a fall piece or autumnal piece, but I always think the colors are autumnal, so that's why I stitched it. I did this on XJU Designs 40 count latte with the call for threads, and I have not gotten this one fully finished yet, but this is the stitching on that one. I love this piece. Love the colors of this piece. So, but it's surprisingly for small, it was a lot of stitching. So Scarlet House on Coverlet Court, and I did this on 40 count XJU Designs Latte. Okay. Then I moved into my Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. I was hoping to have it finished for Spooky Summer, but life. So this is Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee by Brenda Gervais. I already talked about it earlier in the video. It has, I want to say 6 charts in it. I can't fully remember, but I think it's 6. Anyway, so I didn't have any of those done. I stitched them all on 40 count Brenda's Brew, which I believe is a call for, with a call for thread. I started with this little cutie, Broomhilda, out of the book. Love her. Then I did Trick or Treat. And then I did Ghost and Goblins. So I did finish 3 of them during Spooky Summer. And again, they're all done on 40 count R&R Brenda's Brew, which is the called for. How cute is that? Okay, and then I did another Scarlet House. I did this on 40 count Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. And this is Fall Frolic. And I used all the called for threads. Just, I think it was on cedar plank, so I did change the linen, but Lakeside cedar plank's hard to find, so I did 40 count. Fox and Rabbit Saltbush. You're looking for a beige gray, it's a great one. How cute that is. There's a little over 1 in this, just tiny. I think like the candlesticks are over 1. Tombstones. Or candlesticks. Whatever you like to call them. Wow. What an idiot. Okay. Scarlet House Fall Frolic. Man, oh man. And then the last one I finished for Spooky Summer. Now I'm just tickled. Sorry, guys. No, it's over. I'm going to take a break. Is With Thy Needle and Thread, Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. I'd had this one started as well. I had started it, but I really only had like the letters and some, I think the pumpkin done at the top. And my letters were really ghosty, so I did take those out and use the color of her dress for the letters. I love how it turned out, and I did that on 40 count Dolly Madison by Needle and Flax. It looks really good. It's at, like I said, at the framer right now, and I cannot wait to get it back. So I'll insert the finish in this video as well. So, and then the only other I did it after Spooky Summer, but I showed it earlier. But just in case you were stitching, I did Wood That Needle and Thread Halloween Delivery. So, really what got me with the Halloween delivery book, I said this a few times, was this picture right here. I've always loved this picture. And I knew if nothing else, that's why I did these two first, because I was like, if nothing else, I want to get these two done. I have the Boo letters. I think they would be so cute just in the Boo by itself. But they're all really, really cute. So, and I've ruined this book. It's pretty messed up. So that's everything that I got finished for Spooky Summer. I hope you enjoyed that. I just wanted to kind of go through that recap. And then I'm going to do another section real fast on some plans and some haul. And some stitchy kindness, and that'll be it for today. It's probably going to be a short one, but who knows? I'm going to have to go take a break so I can get myself back together. I'm teasing. I got to pick up some of this mess. So thank you guys so much. I'll be back. So first thing I was going to talk about, I did post this on Instagram, so you can see a really good picture of it there as well, but I had a good friend, Yvette Gonzalez, Yvette Go. She extremely talented. She had messaged me. We were talking, and she quilts as well, and crochets and stitches. And she was like, "Hey, I know how much you love this Teresa Kogut fabric. If you buy the kit and send it to me, I will put it together, get it quilted, and send it back to you." And I couldn't order the kit fast enough. Couldn't get it to her quick enough. And she did finish mine and send it back to me. So I'm really excited to show this, so I can actually, I'm going to try to show this, guys. It probably won't be great, but this is the Teresa Kogut panel. Let's see if I can back up. It's a larger quilt. But it's so nice. Look at that panel. It is quilted in like stars and swirls, and it's so cute. And then she has this, sorry, at the bottom. I made this look so easy when y'all do it, and I look silly. Pammy, Pammie Stitches on Instagram. She had sent me a note. She's like, "Hey, I know how much you love Halloween. I got something made. Can I send it to you?" And I'm like, of course you don't have to do that, but thank you so much, She sent me this really cute card. This is how we boo it. And then she crocheted this. I believe this is crochet. Guys, I'm not the most versed in all the crafting, but it's got like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like sparkly knit. So cute little ghost. The pumpkin. So that was super sweet. So thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. Now I can take that downstairs as well. So what we were going to talk about. I was going to talk about, I think it was last week. My weeks are all running together. Maybe the week before. Sarah, she's on Instagram. Sarah with an H _ Elizabeth _ Stitches on Instagram had tagged me in a post, and she was like, I know you like a Sal, so would you, like to join along? And I thought this was just, I wish I would have thought of it, Sarah. It was brilliant. So, But I've been to the Jingle Ball a lot. The Jingle Ball is coming up, so that's an event. If you don't know, I'll link it down below so you can get all the information. But that is an event that Lindy Stitches, Lindy Stitches, on Instagram. She has a great online shop, but that's an event she does every December, which is like a virtual retreat. You don't have to travel. It's $15 to get a ticket. If you have a ticket, you can shop. You can see all the videos of the designers talking to you or doing funny skits. You can do all the virtual online rooms, speed dating, things of that nature. And then you have paid for classes. So each of the designers, they'll offer different classes that you can take. And it'll be either kitted or non-kitted, and then you get that content for 30 days after the event closes to watch how they finish something to kind of teach you how to do it. So it's the Jingle Ball. I've been every year since they've had it. I think it's a wonderful event. I cannot say anything negative about it. I think if you can't go to a retreat, I think it's wonderful what her and her team does to give you access to a retreat, to give you access to some online shopping, some special shopping. And then now she's doing different events throughout the year because I know Christmas is kind of hard for some people. But Jingle Ball, I think, is still the largest. I think she has 12 designers this time. Again, talking all this off the cuff, guys, so don't hold me to anything. Get all the information from her. I always say go to the source to get the facts. Anyway, so Sarah Elizabeth Stitches on Instagram, she had put a post up, and she was like, okay, it's called #Back to the Ball Sal, and I know my accent's all up in there. Back to the Ball, BALL Sal. I will link it below. You can always read below, but because I know subtitles do not help me. But I'm punchy today. I have not been drinking. Nobody comment. It's really early in the day. It's not even really that early. It's like 12 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock, but it's Saturday. I've thought all week. So it's the previous things you bought from the Jingle Ball, but haven't really stitched, or whips that you have. It can be whips, it can be new starts. It's anything that you kind of got from the Jingle Ball, even if it's already been released now, new. Because some of the designers do release after the Jingle Ball. I think that's all fine. It's just, can you get some projects done before the new ball? So back to the ball, Sal, is what Sarah Elizabeth Stitches is calling it. I think it's great. I think it's a great concept. So what I did was I was like, well, that would be fun. I can kind of go through some of my stuff, kit up some stuff. I'll have it for Christmas. Kind of kills two birds with one stone. If I don't make it or get to it, and I can pick a project to join along in that. Have not started said project. I'm hoping to start it this weekend. So either today or tomorrow I will start it. Again, I don't know how much I'm going to focus on it until I'm done with Scarecrow Lane. Because you guys know I like a finish. But we'll see. So what I ended up, so I pulled, this file's going to go. So what I pulled. So this is in Jess Como Stitches. She offered a Patreon bag out of the Tilda line that's so popular. This was something I got from Heart and Hand, I think, that when they do their online, they do an online event too. You need to look at that as well if you're interested in the online events. Her and Big Creek do one. Anyway, so this was a Como Stitches bag that she offered for Patreon, so I ordered this one. And what I have decided to start, now I have several kitted up that I'm going to show you, but what I have decided to start is, sorry, there's never enough room, no matter how big your table is. This is Up on the Housetop by Teresa Kogut. This is really, I'm surprised with the size of this. This is not why I picked it. I know that's what a lot of people are going to say, but the stitch count is 90 by 109. 90 by 109. So on 40 count, which is what I'm going to use, it's only going to be 4.5 by 5.5. I mean, really, I could even get that turned into a pillow. It's adorable. I thought about, well, maybe I should do it on 36, make it a little bit bigger. But I was like, even if I get it framed, I know it's on the board. I'm not going to probably do it on the board. Even if I get it framed, I can get like a wide frame for it, and I think it'd be super cute. And I love the greenhouse. Ugh. Be nice if I knew where my camera was. Greenhouse. So, I went and pulled, it's mainly DMC with one classic Colorworks chopped chives. But I think it's going to be so much fun. I'm ready to stitch a Santa. I got a hankering. So these are the colors. So what I did was, I actually was an adult and like organized my floss, which I don't always do. But since it was DMC, I did put them, I bought these like wooden floss tags off of Amazon for my DMC, and I already had these DMC stickers. So I will not put all my DMC on there, but when I do kit one up, I will leave it and then just have like a continuous ring that I'm constantly pulling for from projects. Because I have the same like wooden DMC box with all my DMC in there, my master set. But I figured this would be fun. It takes a long time. It takes a really long time to organize your threads like this. That's the only, I love it. I think it's beautiful, and it makes you probably faster when you're stitching because you can pull one off, you don't have a mess, but it does seem to take me a bit. So, anyway, so this was the classic Colorworks, but those are the colors. And what I chose, the called for fabric was Vintage Country Mocha, which I do like. But I decided to do 40 count Dolly Madison from Needle and Flax. So I think that's going to be really pretty. So I hope to get that started this week. That's the one I've chose for the Back to the Ball sow. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, let me put those in there. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm organizing. And I love this Tilda fabric, and I love this bag, and whew, I can buy everything in this Tilda fabric. Every time someone posts something, I'm like, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. But man, I love it. I mean, look at that Santa. So good. Sorry, my eyes are itching. So next thing I pulled, because like I said, I wanted to go ahead and just have some Christmas things. I don't have a lot of starch. I have a handful, but I don't think that there's a single Christmas whip in any of that. So I have a lot of Christmas smalls, a ton. But Lori Holt, in one of her videos, had showed a green bowl. Every time I say that word. Anyway, it was like all green. All the stitches were just green in it. I fell in love. And I think most of us probably who saw that video did. It sent me down a certain path. But I had finished this one last year. This is, I think this is this a carriage house, I believe? Quaker Companion, maybe? Don't hold me to that. If you're really interested and you can't find it, let me know. I'll find it for you. But I stitched this one and had it fully finished. How adorable. So I was like, well, I know I use an XJU Designs fabric for that, and I use just this little bit I got left, so I hope it's enough. But if not, I'm gonna have to try to order it. I hope it's not a special color. Probably is, but this is a color in cotton evergreen. Mrs. Jones stitches. If you have like 15 of those, let me know. She's got like every color in cotton like 10 times over. But anyway, color and cotton evergreen. I loved that in this piece. I love the thread. So I thought, okay, well, I need another one. So I love this piece. This was from Heartstring Sampler. She did a bunch of these in red too, which I bought at the ball too. But I don't know that they were released at the ball. So, and this is all from memory, guys. If these are things that I bought at the ball, it could have maybe been just in her shop. But Repeat the Sounding Joy. So I thought, okay, well, I can do that with the, in the all green bowl. So what I did is I had this piece of needle and flax 40 count Orphan Light, and then I was going to use the color and cotton evergreen again to stitch that one. I think that'll turn out really pretty, and then I think it'll be a really pretty like piece to go with this one. It is a little bit larger. I don't want to show any of the details, but anyway, I still think it'll be really pretty. It's like 120 by 60, but I'm going to stitch it on 40 count. Anyway, so that was another one that I picked out for the Back to the Ball Sal, or just for Christmas stitching. The next one was, I've had this one kitted up forever. This was, I think this was in the Baubles book. Teresa Kogut, the Jingle Ball, they released a book of ornaments. And this one was one of the ones that was kitted up in that book. So these are the threads for it. It's a lot of thread. Man, Teresa, come on. It's small. That's why they're so pretty though, because she uses all that thread. It's 79 by 79, and it's done on needle and flax 40 count Walnut Grove. The Walnut Grove that I had was really dark, so I was like, I don't know if I want to do that or not. That's why I didn't start it last year, and then Teresa kind of did it on a paddle by Chantel. I'm probably gonna get one of those oval frames that I kind of do. I've done a couple of her Santas in those, and they're super cute. But this is another one that I really like. This is Santa's Wreath by Teresa Kogut, and this was in the ornament book. And I think if you go back to the Jingle, don't hold me to this, but if I remember correctly, when you go back to the Jingle Ball, I think you can buy the old ornament books and the new one. But again, nobody hold me to that. I don't know if that's a fact or not. And then I had a small piece of needle and flax hawthorn that I think I'm going to do this on. So it's blowing out lighter, but it's really more like that. Thought that might look really pretty. So I have that one kitted. And this is in another, I don't have the green one in the bag yet. I'll get one. I got them. This is in another Jess Como Stitches mini. I love this fabric line. I got this one last year and I love it. The Christmas and the Halloween and the 4th of July. Okay, all the bags, but anyway. Keeping on with the theme. Let's see what this is. Okay, I know what that is. Another one that I had kitted is another Teresa Kogut, Home for Christmas. Love this piece too. I don't know if I'm going to do the Home for Christmas part of it, like the words in the bottom. I might just do it from the house up, but that's the DMC. I did not put those on drop yet. And then I had this one, which I really love. This is a Stacey Nash pin keep drum. And I have that one fully kitted as well. It's on a ring. I was just lazy. I'm not going to do this one on blue. I'm thinking about like a brown maybe. A brownish tone. maybe a Mackinac fudge, maybe a dolly. I gotta pull some fabric, but if anyone's done this like on a more of a neutral color, let me know. Did you like it? Did you like how it turned out? I think it's adorable. I just need something that the white's gonna show up on, and it's arrowhead, so I know it's got to be pretty dark because that's the white that I had for those pumpkins that I didn't like how much they showed up. So I might have to do like a test of Mackinac on that and see how it looks with the browns and the greens if it shows up. It's on Fox and Rabbit Ancient Ruin, which I do not have. So I'll have to see about that one. So this is in another, get that back in there. Sorry guys that I have to pick up while I go, but makes it easier at the end. This is another Just Como Stitches mini bag. Look at the fabric. It's got like gold metallic in it. How cute is it? Sitting here with Halloween nails on, showing all my Christmas bags. And then the last one that I kind of kitted up was, love this one too. This is another Teresa Kogut Holiday Stroll. This one is only 184 by 115. It's a good size. It was done on 40 count Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. I'm not sure if I'll do Saltbush on it or do more of a beigey color instead of a gray beige, which is really pretty. I might just use that. This is in Sherry So Sweet. Sherry So Sweet bag in Teresa Kogut fabric. It's all quilted. Her bags are great too. She's on Etsy, and it's Sherry SHERI So SEW Sweet SWEET. And I always try to list the bags below with links to them, and I do have all the thread pulled for it, but I do not have it really organized. Just gotta and or the fabric shows. So those are kind of everything that I pulled out for the Back to the Ball Sal. Thought that would be a lot of fun, and thank you again, Sarah Elizabeth Stitches, for tagging me in that. It helps me to see it, right? Instagram's pretty busy, so I get a lot of comments, and a lot of people reach out to me on Instagram, so I don't mean to miss anything, but sometimes I do, especially doing like spooky summer and things of that nature. So I try to look through the feed, but sometimes I do miss things. So thank you for that. So I like when people do that, so I can follow along. So I have all those kitted, and like I said, the one I'm definitely starting this weekend is the Teresa Kogut one that I first showed. So hope you enjoyed that. There's just some Christmas pieces that I'm probably going to look into doing this year. I need to get more Christmas pieces, probably framed and then smalls, but we'll see. Okay, another thing that I kitted up so I'm just going to go into haul, but another thing that I kitted up was from this is from the Primitive Needlework magazine. This is the new one that just came out, fall 2025. I just copied this part of it, but this is the goblins. I think this one is so cute, and I do have all the colors pulled for it. I'm not sure if I'm starting it this year or not, but if I feel like another Halloween piece, this will probably be it if I do start another Halloween. I love that one. And I don't mind carrying Halloween like season to season because I can stitch Halloween anytime. So I got that one kitted up. I do have a couple retreats to mention. So there's a group in South Carolina who manages this, and I'm sorry I'm blanking on the name. I should have wrote that down. But they had 2 retreats. So, oh, it's Kim and Rose. Kim and Rose, who are from South Carolina, they are doing they're planning some retreats. And so they kind of reached out to me, let me know they had a couple retreats coming up. But I can't attend. The timing doesn't work for me, but I thought I would mention them to you in case you're looking for some more retreats to attend. The price point is great on them. So the first one is the Boot Scootin' and Stitching Retreat, which is March 6th through the 9th. And I'll show you the printout here in just a second so you can take a screenshot. But you can it's to join us for fun and stitch-filled retreat in Nashville. We're thrilled to be holding our retreat at the same time as the designers will be showcasing their newest designs at market. And then our preferred shop for our retreat is Barefoot Needle Art. Of course, you can't go to like market. You're not going to the actual event, but I guess they're bringing stuff over and you can shop. So you'll stay next to the action at the Jewelry Inn. And then registration opens Saturday, May 10th. And then for additional information, you can contact Kim and Rose at awaywestitch@gmail.com. So this is the information they sent over. So this is one of the retreats they have. So again, I would reach out to Kim and Rose if you have any questions. And then they also have another one, which is a Stitch at Disney. I can't read backwards, but Stitch at Disney, which is February 13th through 16th, 2026. Of course, the other one was 2026 too, but this is at the DoubleTree by Hilton in Disney Springs. And the guest designer is Tori from Atomic Tiki Pins on Etsy. She has great patterns on Etsy too, so check out her shop. She'll be designing an exclusive. The Black Cauldron Dye Works will be dyeing fabric for the pattern. And they have a lot planned and making friends. So anyway, so this is the kind of printout on that. Should get my hand out of the way. And again, you can reach out to Kim and Rose at awaywestitch@gmail.com if you have questions. But they do have on here, they have future stitch retreats. They're doing Williamsburg, Las Vegas, Niagara Falls, and Nashville. So I don't have any information on those. Unfortunately, like I said, I usually go to market and help shop for a retailer. And then February 13th to the 16th, I'm going to be at Stitch South, and that's being hosted by Chrissy from Floss Boss and Cousins and her friend Holly. And they're doing that in Huntersville, Alabama that same weekend. So if you're interested in those, check them out. And thank you, Kim and Rose, for sending me the information. So only thing I got left is just a little bit of stuff. Oh, I'm going to mention, so I showed it last year. If you're looking for a 2026 planner, like a stitching planner, that's a printable that you want to print yourself and bind yourself, I really recommend the planner from the Naptime Stitcher, Naptime Stitcher on Instagram. You can go to her Instagram and look at all the information. I do have it listed below as well, and there is a discount code for me that still works for your 2026 planners, which is hard to believe that we're already buying 2026 planners, but it's now the time. So a couple more things I got in haul. I did show the Patreon bag, but I got her little her little Notions bag that she does as well from Como Stitchers Jess. You had to be a Patreon member to be able to order that. And then I did order one of she does like a bundle, a seasonal bundle, and she did a Halloween one. It's completely, like you don't 100% know what fabric is in or what you're getting or anything like that. But it was a lot of fun to get. So you got a thread bed, and I love this fabric line. You got one of her Notions bags. You got a mini, which we all know is probably my favorite size from Jess. I love the minis. Oh, I didn't show any of the inside is like that spider web in that same line. And then she did like black twill tape to hang your thread from, which I should use. And then you got one of her folders. I've never had one of Jess's folders. They're really well made. They're big, they're large. You can put a lot of stuff in there, which is good. They're quilted. And then she does like the little holder. And then this is like the inside of it. So beautifully made. So excited to start using those. I had it over here for, know exactly what I'm going to put in it. I had them over here to show before I did. Okay, and then let's see. I did, oh, and then you got little wood piece from her as well. Ripped in my whips. Let's see. And then I did a Color and Cotton order. Color and Cotton had this great kind of Halloween bundle. Which, who doesn't need those? So I did get those. And then they did some fabric. So I do their 40 count. I did 40 count Spellbound, which they're in plastic. It's not going to be great, but they're 40 count Bronze Dark. And these are just things they offered. This is their Bronze Medium. It's definitely much lighter than what it was showing up. And then their Bronze Soft. Just some good neutrals. And then I did their kind of eggplant, their purple. And guacamole. And then this one is their guacamole dark. So they gave me, I got guacamole medium and guacamole dark. So that is kind of everything, all my purchases since I last saw you. Hopefully I didn't show those. If I did, I'm sorry, but I can't always remember. So the only other thing is kind of talking about what I've been watching. So let's see, what have I thought it was really interesting. So I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but on HBO there was a documentary called The Yogurt Shop Murders in Austin, Texas. And they just got DNA hit off of that guy. So look at the news. Very interesting. I think it's really interesting. They showed that documentary and then bam, there was a hit. So they've actually solved that murder, which has been a cold case, I think, since the 80s or 90s. I can't remember, but it's amazing. You know, anytime that the family can get some information, I think it's wonderful, because it was 4 girls that got killed in that. Terrible. I have listened to a couple books. One I was going to recommend is by Frederick Blackman, My Friends. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, well written, a good story. And then I'm listening to a podcast that my friend Lisa sent me. And that's coming out every week. I cannot wait until it hits. So that's when I know it's good. But it's Camp, C-A-M-P, Swamp, S-W-A-M-P, Road. And it's about the stand your ground law that we have in South Carolina. So might be in other places, but in South Carolina, you can defend yourself. If you feel threatened or scared, you can defend yourself against, with a weapon. Against other people, and it's in the lower part of the state, in the Myrtle Beach area, and it's about that stand your ground law in South Carolina. So really interesting. I highly recommend it. Let's see what else. I watched Monster. I tried to watch Monster about Ed Gein. I think that's how you say his name. I didn't make it through it. I have not made it through a single Ryan Murphy monster yet. I can't do them. They're too... I don't mind true crime, guys, but they're too much for me. I'll put it that way. I will not make it through it. I'm not going to finish it. I always watch the British Baking Show. I love that show. House of Guinness is really good. I'm about 5 or 6 into that. I've really enjoyed that. I watched the Victoria Beckham documentary. I like the David Beckham documentary better. I thought it kind of went into his past a little bit more, and this one kind of went into Victoria Beckham's kind of fashion career more. It was good, but worth a watch. Good to stitch too, but I wish they would have delved a little more into her and her family. Let's see. I watched the Halloween is a Cake. That show's easy to watch when you're stitching. I tried to watch Chad Powers. No, I couldn't get into it. It wasn't for me. And then I think it's really interesting upcoming. I think next week is The Diplomat with Carrie Russell. Love that show. If you haven't watched that show, I highly recommend that show. This will be season 3. It's really good. So that's kind of what I've been watching and listening to. And that's everything I got today, guys. I'm going to do the walk through the house, so it might be a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. But I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you watching. I am at 11K subscribers now, which is unreal to me. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and commenting. It's a ton of fun. That's what I'm here for. It's just an extension of the hobby that we all love. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a great rest of October. I'll probably just be back in November, but I hope it goes well. I hope, you have a good time trick-or-treating. If you celebrate, if you don't, it's totally fine too. I hope everyone just enjoys this cooler weather, and I hope we keep up with the cooler weather, because I think we're having fake fall right now, but I'll take it. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you again. Okay, when you first walk into my house, you have my office on one side and my dining room on the other. I'm going to try to go slow, guys. I'm not very good at doing this, so we'll do our best. But in this cabinet, you see a bunch of just different Yankee Candle redone, just little knick-knack things I've gotten over time. You can see there is a Prairie Schooler up in the top that has been framed. In the middle of the cabinet, you have, again, just a bunch of different pieces. Those pumpkins on the bottom, had a lady make those for me. She makes those out of old shirts and sweaters. And then I have the Primitive Needle Halloween piece right there. And then you move over to the third shelf, which, again, loaded full of Halloween. And you have the Blackbird piece at the bottom in a round frame. So then you have my Halloween tree. It's a combination of some stitched ornaments, some non-stitched ornaments. Just super cute. Get a closer on a few of those. Some Mill Hills. My friend Charlotte gave me some of hers that she wasn't using anymore. So that's great. And then you have my cabinet. So this is the cabinet I really love to decorate. It's a Pottery Barn cabinet. Super cute. So it has a lot of stitch pieces in it. As I mentioned before, I have Boo Eek and October 31st from Little Robin Designs in there. I have 2 Wood Thy Needle and Threads, which is, I'm not going to remember all the names. And then at the bottom, oh, that's shaky. I have a Plum Street. I have, I can't remember, a Chessie and Me, and then All Through the Night, I think. And then you have Gardner Goodwitch. So kind of fun. And then you kind of go into my front entry hall and my dining room. I'm kind of going to focus on the cross stitch pieces. But this is kind of my dining room setup. And then I have the Prairie Schooler wreath. It's like a burlap wreath that I've just attached Prairie Schoolers on perforated paper with Velcro. It's really cute. See if I can get close enough to that. Those are all Prairie Schooler ornaments done on 14 count perforated paper. And again, it's just Velcro attached to the wreath. So Then if you spin around, I do have another prairie schooler in here, which is this trick or treat prairie schooler. So we'll go pick up the next room. Then I have, there's no stitch pieces on this, just more Halloween decor again. I love these sweater pumpkins. She takes them and makes soft pumpkins out of them, out of vintage or refurbished clothes. So you can see like that was like a little kid's sweatshirt. So cute. Okay, in my kitchen, I have this really cute 3-tiered tray. I have this cross stitch piece here, which is a trick or treat by the Primitive Hair. Super cute, small piece. And then the only other really stitched piece I have in here are 2 pieces, which is Nora Corbett, one of her witches. And then I think this is a Halloween Town by Madame Chantilly. Sorry for the glare, guys. The joys of using, what is it? Glass, right? And then right here I have another hutch in my kitchen. Super cute. And I have this primitive needle piece here, Annie Hyssop. So, and then if you turn at my house, there's my den, and then there are my stairs that go up. So just some gourds and different things on the stairs, just for some fun. And then we come into the den. Sorry, it's probably, my house is lived in. It's a little messy, but you'll see on my mantle, I do have, some of my memorabilia witches on the mantle. Super cute. And then I put all finished pieces, sorry, finger. I put all finished pieces, some finished pieces down in here in the cabinet. So let me open that up. I have Homespun Elegance. I have a Plum Street. I have 3 witches. And then over here, I have the Spirits and, sorry guys, the Spirits and Spells and the Plum Street as well. That's all those. Love those guys on the counter. So I can get in a closer shot of them. They're so cute. And then as I mentioned, I have the new quilt Yvette gave me here in my den. Super cute. So I'm gonna take you back to my bedroom where I have a couple pieces, and then my sunroom. So in my bedroom, I have La-Di-Da, Hats Off to Halloween on my bedside table. Then I have a primitive, what is it, guys? Have this piece, Prairie Scroller, and then a couple pieces up on my dresser, which are super cute. Again, more of those sweater pumpkins. I love those. And then I have this other piece, which is just a dough bowl and has the Teresa Kogut bag kitty in it. And so cute. Okay, in my sunroom, I just have this really pretty, it's like a panel that we quilted. I had a friend quilt that for me, and they bonded it. And then I doubt you can see it because of all the reflection, but I do have another memorabilia, the Trick or Treat. So I'm gonna take you upstairs and that'll be all. Sorry again for the jerky camera. So as you're coming to the top of my stairs, you'll see got a few other pieces on this blue bench. That is With Any on Thread Coming to America. And then have this lovely quilt that Yvette Gonzalez finished and gave me. And then you have, I thought I would remember all these. You have a La-Di-Da piece, which is that long piece They were separate. And then you had a drawn thread piece as well. Trick or treat. And then if you kind of turn around slowly, or slowly as I can go, down at the end of my hall, see my light boxes where I filmed, is my bonus room. So the light's probably going to be problematic here, but just bear with me. So this is my craft room, my bonus room. When you come in, I have a lot of my finished pieces here on the shelves. It changes out seasonally, but you kind of start first with my TV cabinet. You have a Heinzit Wicked Witch. You can see the charms in there. The next one is an Erica Michaels that was a berry. I think it's Very Scary Berry. And I turned it just into a straight on piece and finished it up. This is a primitive hair piece. And then this is With Thy Needle and Thread. When Pumpkins Glow. Then I have just kind of a fall display here. That's a Blackbird design casting the Spell of the Moon, or the Spell of the Moon. That one I did larger and had it framed. I really love how it turned out. Then you have up on my shelf, the first one is a Not Forgotten Farm or Primitive Hair. Maybe Primitive, I can't remember. Season of the Witch. Then you have a Prairie Schooler, All Hallows Eve. You have a Blackbird, which is Away We Ride. Oh, that one's bad because of the light. You have Plum Street. You have another Blackbird design, but again, that one is, I didn't do the alphabet on. Did it on green, didn't do the alphabet. Midnight Watch. And then you have Plum Street Jack's Bash. And then this is all Halloween smalls in here. So the first one is Plum Street in the frame here. Then you have Scary Berry. You have the this one, which is a Plum Street. October 31st is a Blackbird Designs. This is With Thy Needle and Thread. This is designed by Hobby House Press. This was a Stacy Nash. You have a With Thy Needle and Thread. And then that one I just recently showed you. That's Hilda's Alphabet Brew by With Thy Needle and Thread. You have a Lizzie Kate. I called the other one earlier, the long one, a Lottie-Da. That's a Lizzie Kate. And I think the one downstairs is a Lizzie Kate. This is a Lizzie Kate Viscornu. Super cute. My favorite part's the eyeballs on this one. You have a Put on the Hat, a With Thy Needle, a hands-on design. Hey Pumpkin is a Scarlet House. So we will stop and go over to the other shelves. Okay, these are the shelves on the other side. So you have All Through the Night first. You have a Teresa Kogut Mischief Brewing, which was a Patreon release. I don't think it's been released yet. You have Gold Tides Welcome to You, or Gold Tidings, I think it was called. That was a Plum Street pattern. I think I did it in a magazine. Then you have another Teresa Kogut, which is Witchy Poo. And you have another Teresa Kogut, which is Silo Witches, which I love. Then you have Not Forgotten Farm, Halloween Queen. You have With Thy Needle and Thread, October 31st. You have a Blackbird. This one is a Prairie Moon. Nope, Prairie Moon, I think. Sorry for the light again. Then you have a Prairie Schooler. There are actually two Prairie Schoolers that had my framer framed together. Love how that turned out. I stitched them separate on the same fabric, but he framed them together. Prairie Moon, Pretty sure that's a prairie moon. This is a Blackbird Designs. And then that last one is a Bent Creek. And then I have one more shelf in my craft room. Ignore my messy desk. The last shelf is over here on top of my pattern. So I did a bunch of Halloween pieces. Let's see if you can see it better if I do like this first. Halloween pieces on that shelf because I have so many of them. The first one is a Mirabilia. It was a Halloween fairy kit. The next one is the Silver Creek samplings. There's where my iron board is. With that needle and thread. This one is a Mill Hill right here. Mill Hill. This is a Bent Creek. I can't remember the designer of this, but it was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I love them. I love the ghost and the little devil. This is a Plum Street. This is a Primitive Needle. Let's see if we can get all of it. The Halloween chessboard that's been released. Blackbird Design. And that is M Designs, which is a really old pattern. Can't even get it anymore. I did let someone borrow it. Gave it to them, sent it to them. They wanted to stitch it. That was really cool. Use vinyl thread in our socks. I don't even know if it'll come through, but those threads are like patent leather. It was wild, but super cute design. So that's all my Halloween that I have. Thank you guys for watching.